Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, JT, from the Stakeout Podcast. I'm here with Van and Aria Goodson, who will be our guest today. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing great at home. And Happy New Year's to all you folks at home. And hope your holidays went great too. So, Aria, how you doing? Where are you calling from today?
I am doing great. I am currently coming from Las Vegas.
All right, sounds good. What about Van? Where are you calling from today, Van?
Oh, I'm calling from Oman.
All right, sounds great, bro. So, it's great having you on, Aria. It's been some time where we've done a podcast. So, hope everything's going great for you. We've kind of got a few tests coming up. What about you? How's your life going? How's school life going? Acting life? How's everything going just in general?
School's going great. I'm glad to have a little bit of a break, but it is starting up again soon. But hey, getting it done, it's always good. And I work from home school-wise, so it's really fun and easy. And
All right.
acting, I have been focusing more on school and extracurricular activities, but I do have auditions out there, so we'll see if anything happens with those.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we're going to start with a quick intro and warm up for the podcast. Question 1. How would you describe yourself to someone who's never heard of you?
Ooh. I would say I'm very artistic. I
Okay.
do instruments, acting, of course, sing a little. And I would say I'm very outgoing. And
Artistic, I'm just saying. So you might have a lot of talents based on that. Sounds great. That's a great answer, actually. All right. What's something people usually assume about you that's completely wrong?
ooh. Okay, so I actually say this all the time. A lot of people think I'm very Disney and very, like, do-do-do-do-do. But I'm actually like, very Stephen King, like horror.
Okay, that sounds nice. So, last question for the warm up. Okay, we're gonna get started with the actual podcast here. What's been the most unexpected part of your journey so far?
Ooh, most unexpected part. Oh, I would say in general, probably not necessarily well filming, but just having to get accommodated to. I'm from Texas, but moving to Vegas was definitely difficult because it was having to transition from, the whole theatrical world there to then everything in Las Vegas and LA. So.
All right, sounds like quite something. So, let's get started with the podcast. We're gonna start with your personal journey first. All right. So, when do you first realize you wanted to do what you're doing now?
I would say so. I went on a set when I was 5 or 6 because my mom's friend sent her an email basically saying someone dropped out last minute, and they were like, "Hey, a young girl, would you come on set?" So I did, and it was a horror called Murder Made Me Famous, and I got to play John Wayne Gacy's little sister, and I, being a weird kid, I fell in love with the SFX makeup and all the blood and seeing how they do everything behind the scenes.
Okay, so curiosity really took a hold of you, and you kind of got into that. Sounds sick. All right, that's nice. So, second question: was there a moment where you almost quit, but didn't?
I would say, yes. It really happens with every actor because you just have a time where if you aren't booking consistently or you aren't even getting called back, sometimes it's just like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Am I like, did I do it wrong? Or am I not pretty enough? Am I not like good enough? It's just you start getting in your head a lot and it's like, it makes you want to quit because you do get told no so many times and you have to get used to the rejection. But I've gotten through it, so I'm all good now.
All right, so you've built your strength over the years of rejection,
Yes.
but that kind of helps, that helps you from getting rid of the fear of rejection and getting more accepted on the stuff you do. Sounds good. Very good mindset over there. Who or what had the biggest influence on who you are today?
Truthfully, my parents probably have the biggest influence on me. And myself even, just because, my mom's like my chauffeur is what I always say, and she's very helpful with my journey, just always helping read the lines with me and rehearsing, and she's really, really, truthfully the most important thing with me in this industry right now, because she's like my support system. So
All right, that sounds nice. Having supporting parents really does take a complete change in what you do. Same here. My parents completely support what I do, and it's going really well. All right. So, what did success look like to you when you were younger versus now?
I mean, I would say success when I was younger was your typical like walking the red carpet type of like like cameras flash and everything. But as I've gotten older, I mean, success is really any little job that you do, whether or not it's a short film, whether or not it's something big. Every little thing counts, and every little thing is success. As long as you are trying your best and being yourself, you are succeeding in this industry.
All right, that's some great words. That's really cool. Okay, how do you handle pressure or expectations from other people?
I mean, I would say I handle it in different ways. I would say expectations I used to, I'm kind of going back to like then and now. I used to really just try my best to be what other people expected, so I was trying so hard to be something that I'm not. But now, I mean, sometimes you just, once again, you have to be yourself, and sometimes if there are people just pressuring you too much, you have to just let it go, and you have to just trust yourself and do what you want.
Okay, but I was saying those are some inspiring words, All right. Okay, next question. What's a behind the scenes reality most people don't see while acting?
I mean, I think a lot of people, this is like kind of random, but like I've worked in a few where it is like there has been like a murderer or something, or like a kidnapper, and a lot of people are like, they take villains and they just assume that they're these bad people in real life. But honestly, I feel like everyone that I meet in this industry are literally the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life, and really just get to see everyone and work with them. They are all like a family, even if you're shooting for 3 days or if you're shooting for months, or you grow so close.
You do. All right, that does sound cool. So what you're saying is that, have you seen Stranger Things yet?
Have I? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what was the name of the guy who played Vecna? Actually, I forgot the actor's name.
Campbell Bower.
Yeah. If you've seen his reels with Derek, who was Jake Connelly, they two were really close.
Oh,
So if you've seen this behind the scenes, they two were really close. So that kind of does line up to. Wait, how do you like Stranger Things? Is it cool?
Oh, I love Stranger Things. It's like one of my
Same,
favorites. I'm so sad it's over.
It is. Oh yeah, Ben wants to say something.
Yeah, you told you liked Stephen King's universe, right?
Oh, that's like my favorite.
Have you seen Welcome to Derry?
That is my absolute number one. I'm sorry, freaked out. That's my number one show right now. Like my absolute favorite.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking of getting into it after I finish Stranger Things. Can you, how is it? Just tell me how much.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. The first episode, it definitely takes a little, like, adapting to it, because, I mean, Stephen King's always start a little, like, this is interesting. But once you really get into it and watch it, it's actually really cool to kind of, it shows you the backstory of them.
Alright, thank you.
All right, that's pretty cool. I'm not familiar with the show. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's right. It's
I just haven't heard of that show at all. I feel like Van has, Van might start watching it after he's done with Stranger Things. I don't know why they had to end the second last episode like that. It was such a bad ending. I just didn't want it to happen. And even like the last episode, like the theory. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but
no, I know.
maybe.
I'm hoping that the theory is true, but I'm
Yes, me too.
I hope in my heart for it.
We do. I mean, it's just sad we can't see ahead of it. Damn, missed out on a lot. But okay, you know what? Back to the question. My bad. I was going a bit off topic. All right. has going public with your life changed how you see yourself?
I would say probably when I first did, because when you go out in public, you really see everyone else who is doing better than you in this industry. Because if you do see people who are your age and they're already out and they're doing these massive things and they are already practically A-list, it's kind of hard and because you're just like, oh wait, why can't I be doing that? So I would say at first, but I've learned to not do that, because that just really gets you to be self-deprecating, and you can't have that in this industry, or else it's going to affect the way you live, the way you act, just everything.
All right, it does sound interesting. Okay, here. Do you feel social media empowers you or drains you more?
Ooh. I would say it kind of does a little bit of both, because it definitely empowers me sometimes, just posting videos, and especially like when I would used to post me singing and stuff, and people being like, oh, you sound like blah 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 blah, and you sound so good, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But at the same time, it does drain you, because when you're just endlessly scrolling, it feels like it's just rotting your brain. So,
Okay, yeah, that's not wrong. That happens with everyone, I feel like. Yeah, exactly. So, what? All right, next question. How do you decide what to share and what to keep private? You want to skip this one?
Hold up, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
How do I decide what to keep private and what to share? Ooh, I mean, heck, I post a lot. Like, I'll just make random videos and post them. But I would say it really just depends on my mood. So, like, during the days that I film videos, like, a lot of them that I choose to keep private are ones that I will be, like, playing guitar and singing, or playing piano and singing, because that is one thing that I am very new to. So I still get a little self-conscious about that. So when I feel like I maybe don't sound good in the slightest, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So I really just, I need to shake my nerves of that a little bit, but I would say that's the only thing that I keep private, really.
Alright, that's cool. Okay. And so, have you ever felt trapped by an image of what people expect you to maintain?
I mean, yeah, for sure, especially when I first started in this industry, like I said earlier, was trying so hard to be someone I wasn't, because I wanted to just be perfect and everything that other people expected me to be. But of course you can't please everyone all the time.
You're right. I mean, Van's got a great analogy on this. I'm not gonna make him talk, but I'm just saying he's got a great analogy on this stuff. He's a big philosophy guy.
Yeah.
So, he's got a great analogy. Alright, what's your relationship with validation, likes, comments, and numbers?
Ooh. I mean, I don't necessarily care. I truthfully do not really care about how many likes I get or how many comments I get or anything. I just like posting because it's fun for me.
Okay.
To just kind of play music, show it to, like, because I have an age-restricted account actually on TikTok, sadly. So most of it only really pops up on my friends For You page, or people like that I have just known on TikTok for a very long time. So truthfully, I'm just sharing to my friends and family and everything. So it's really just for my sake.
Alright, okay, I see. Well, it's kind of fortunate having age-restricted stuff on TikTok, because you could, post, and because TikTok has a really big reach. We started TikTok, but we haven't really posted on it. We post like one or two, and they don't got much views, but it has a lot of reach. So I would totally consider doing TikTok. I'm not the one to be speaking here, but I'm just suggesting, Yeah. Alright, now let's go on to your mental health and growth. How do you reset when life feels overwhelming?
When life feels overwhelming, so I actually, about a year back now, I got with a mental health coach and a music mentor who helped me put my emotions into music. so I could, because that's a very easy outlet. So anytime I'm feeling really overwhelmed or stressed, sad, mad, really happy even, I just go and I'll go into my notes app on my phone and I'll just write down a song or even just little like blurbs and everything, and it just helps me relax.
Okay, so music is your kind of coping system.
Yes.
Okay, same here. Except I listen to it, I don't write it.
I listen to it as
All
well.
right.
I have a record player actually that
Really?
I
Who's
do.
your favorite artist?
McKenna Grace.
For music?
For music, yes. I
Okay.
love her. She's my favorite actress and my favorite musician. I've loved
Okay.
her ever since I was like 6. So I've just followed her journey. So yeah, she's my favorite.
Alright, okay. Wait, did you first see her in Young Sheldon?
Ooh, I think I actually watched that later on. I actually first found out
Okay.
about because my first acting coach ever had coached McKenna when she was a kid.
Oh,
And the acting coach had told me that I had reminded her with my mannerisms of McKenna, so that's how I got introduced to her, and then I just really started watching her shows. I think the first thing I watched was Gifted, actually.
okay.
And then I did go on and I did watch Young Sheldon, but
Alright, okay. Have you seen Regretting You yet? Mason Thames and McKenna Grace?
yes, I read the
Yes.
book too, and I love it so much. I'm a sucker for like young adult little like romances and everything. It's so
Okay. Okay, next question, alright? What's a lesson you learned the hard way? In general, life, acting, whatever.
I'm gonna go back to something that I've already talked about a lot actually, which is just the fact that you have to be yourself and you can't listen to people who are trying to drag you down. You have to find people in this industry where both of you guys can lift each other up and make each other feel welcome. Because there are definitely times that you will find people who are like, oh, like, seem good at first, but then it's like they're gonna just affect you in the future. So you just have to go on and not care about what other people think, whether it's good or bad, because anything can change how you are thinking about yourself. And truthfully, in the end, all that matters is that you think that you did good and that you are fulfilled.
Okay. That sounded like a life lesson to me.
Have you guys ever seen or heard of the show Yellow Jackets?
Yes.
No, me.
I think so, yeah.
He has.
I really like it. That's one of my favorite shows. That's like, I'm
Okay.
waiting for the next season, but it's really good.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, I haven't heard of it, unfortunately.
Is it?
I'm not very big
Wait,
on shows.
wait. Does it involve like a plane crash? Or something?
Yes, it does. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
okay.
the first episode. Yeah.
Alright, let's get into the topic of getting into acting. Question 1. What was the first role that made acting feel real to you?
Ooh, I can feel real. I would say probably actually not my first role ever. I did one where I got to drown in a pool. It was a little crazy, but I remember the pool being absolutely freezing cold. But was it the director? Yeah. The director got in the pool with me, and he was like, "Hey, if you're gonna be in this cold, I'll get in this cold pool too." So that was like a really
Okay.
magical moment where I felt like I got to connect to everything behind the scenes, and then I got to get out of that cold pool, and they had like a little like hot tub in a room, so I got to get in that afterwards. I felt like that was where I really was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" Like, there's such a insane and magnetic connection when you're on set.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright. Next question. Do you remember your first day on a professional set? What stood out?
I remember what it was. Let me think. I gotta like think back. I think I do remember it actually. I just remember getting there. That was the Murder Made Me Famous that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Where I played John Wayne Gacy's little sister. And I just remember going up to there was like a little trailer and the makeup people were inside. And I just saw the fake blood and I was like, "Ooh, can I play with that?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's fine." So they put a little on my arm and made me look like I was bleeding, and I was like, this is so cool. So, I was
Okay.
like I said, I love horror, so that's just been like my favorite, especially after getting to see how they do it all.
All right. Whoa, that does sound exciting. All right. So, was acting always a plan, or did it happen unexpectedly?
Ooh, I mean, I think it's always like once I actually had a good idea of how to think for my future and got past the stage of every kid of wanting to be a vet, I would say acting has always been the plan. I finally was thinking one day and I was like, oh, what do I want to do like with my future? And yeah, acting was just the first thing that came to mind. It's just something that I connected to.
All right. Okay, that does sound cool. All right, so now our acting topic's finished. Now let's get into the movie roles. Which movie or feature role challenged you the most emotionally or mentally?
Emotionally or mentally? I would
Either
say
one.
probably. There's been a lot of sets that I've been on where I have had to be very versatile with my emotions. I would say one of them was actually a short film that was just filmed here in Vegas. It was actually filmed here at our house for a film festival.
Okay.
It was a 49-hour film festival, so we had to do it all in that time frame. And I basically got murdered in it. But that was later in it. I had to be scared, and then I had to cry, and then I had to see like my parents dead. So it was definitely a lot of emotions, and
Okay.
kind of difficult knowing that we did have a time frame for it, so it almost did feel a little rushed, but it was also really, really fun at the same time, and it's always fun to showcase my emotions. I don't know why.
Damn. Okay, that is the perfect answer to my question. You did both, emotionally and mentally. Okay, that was quite the answer. All right. Is there a character that you played that stayed with you long after filming? And
I would say there is one that I worked on in Washington, and I went on that set and I filmed, and I remember going on set the first day, and there was this girl, and her name's Alice, and she just immediately welcomed me and became like a big sister to me. And I mean, she was playing my big sister, so it was absolutely perfect. And then my dad in it was absolutely amazing, and it was such a family bond, and I felt like I didn't even have to act with them because they already felt so much like family. And I went through that entire set, and then it was like the last day, I think, and there was a girl who showed up on set to play a younger version of my older sister, and she was about my age, and I loved her energy so much. I still talk to her to this day because she just had such an impact on me, and I feel like changed me as a person because she just came in with so much energy and made me feel like even more at home than I already was filming for like, gosh, was it 2 weeks? A couple weeks then. So just getting to meet her and her bringing my spirits up even more, I was like, yeah, we're gonna keep talking. Yeah. And that has stuck with me.
okay, that does sound memorable. You know, having someone like that on set would be really cool. Wait, are you still in touch with her? Or
Oh yeah, we text like every day.
okay. Alright, sounds
Hi.
good.
If you're watching this.
Yeah. Alright. So next question. How do you prepare differently for film roles compared to TV roles?
I mean, it's about the same, probably. Like I said earlier, I do a lot of heavily emotional things. So really for that, I just imagine myself in this situation and know that I'm like, what would I do in this situation if I knew I was about to be murdered? Like, I would scream, I would cry. So truthfully, I would say that's how I prepare for everything, even if it is a happy emotion. I just really put myself into the character's shoes and be like, oh, well, would I be happy in this situation? Yeah, sure. Would I be sad? Maybe. So it's really just imagining how it'd be and just becoming the character.
I see. Okay, this is a kind of continuation to the previous question. Was there a scene that pushed you out of your comfort zone?
It didn't necessarily push me out of my comfort zone, but I remember being like, ooh, okay. I did one scene on that Washington shoot as well, where I got to get covered in Nesquik chocolate powder. And it was supposed to look like dirt, so they got me like, they would get like the little chocolate powder that you can put in milk to make hot chocolate, like from the store.
Yeah.
They got that and they would like dip a wet like towel in it and then they dab it like on my skin to make it look like I just practically rolled around in the dirt. But I remember, like being on set, I'm so picky, and like crafty is always good, but like sometimes you get hungry. So I remember I kept licking it off me because it's chocolate. Like,
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was it's chocolate. But I
Okay.
remember that being really memorable and really funny, and it almost was a little uncomfortable though at the same time. So it's like I have chocolate all over me right now.
Okay. I could imagine the smell there would smell really sweet, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So, Van, you're up for the TV shows part of the podcast.
Alright, bad. Yeah, how does working on a TV series change your relationship with the character over time?
So there was one that I was on that I filmed in New York, and it was only one episode, but I was there for like about 2 weeks, and it was for an episode of FBI Most Wanted. And I would say the first day, of course, you always have like first day jitters and nerves. You're like, oh, how is this set gonna be? Hopefully it's fun, hopefully everybody's nice, which is never a problem, everyone always is. But I remember, going on, and it was kind of Of course, it's always like nerves kind of make my acting a little worse sometimes, because I'm like, but over time, I definitely grew with the character and grew to feel with her as well, because with each scene, I felt like I could put myself into her shoes even more and just become the character, which was really awesome. And it is sometimes difficult to do that if you are filming for just days instead of weeks.
All right, that was quite the answer.
Yes, of course. How do you keep performances fresh when you're filming multiple episodes?
I just continue to become the character, because as long as you have decent sleep and you have a decent support system like my mom or whatever, I'm able to get up and immediately feel like I am the character. Because I honestly, even if you are filming for a very long time, you are the character on set and off set, because you spend so much of your time being them that you just mentally and physically become them. So I just would wake up in the morning and I would be them already. So it was quite easy actually. I would just go on set and I already felt like I was immediately filming.
Actually, that leans into my next question, which was like the other moments where the characters just started influencing you in like real life.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would go a lot, like usually if my character was very happy-go-lucky, I feel like I would get very happy in real life, and usually playing such emotionally heavy characters, it could even affect how I was. Like sometimes if I was playing emotional characters, I would kind of just sit in the corner and like play on my iPad at the time, I think, and just be like chilling, because I was like, I don't know, like kind of down because I want to stay in the emotion. And sometimes even these characters that I play will change my style, because there's some that I've played before and I'm like, ooh, that outfit's cute, I'm gonna start wearing clothes like that. So yeah, it definitely affects me as a person in my life.
All right, that does sound cool. All right, so we're done with the TV show part. Thank you, Van, for your contribution to the podcast. All right, now I want to get into the behind the scenes, and this one's gonna be a bit picky because I might talk about Brat a lot because that's what I found most fascinating about you. So, do you want me to talk about only that, or have you got any other really cool stuff? I mean, of course we've done our research, but any
So,
stuff you want to mention out there?
I can't really talk too much about Brat. That's about the one show that I could potentially get in trouble for talking about too
Oh.
much. But I can share how I can't necessarily share specific stories or how it was done.
Yeah,
But
okay, no, that's sensible. Don't worry about that. All right, so let's start with the behind-the-scenes questions. Brat comes next. All right, don't worry about that. What's something fans would be surprised to learn about working on set with you?
Some people might be surprised. I mean, I would say a lot of the times, just by looking at me, a lot of people are like, oh, like, I don't know, like, they might think that I'll be kind of like cool, but I'm a really like quirky person, really. And
Okay.
I do sometimes talk a little more than I listen. So I'll go on set sometimes, and that's definitely a case scenario where I will go in and I'm a very quirky person. But another thing is, a lot of people will look at my age and be like, because I do work with older kids a lot, and even just adults, and they'll look at my age and they're like, oh, I don't know, like working with kids, they can be immature. But it is fun going on set, and a lot of them think I'm way older. Like, I remember going on one set and everyone thought I was like 15 or 16, and I was like, whoa, no. I was 12 at the time, and I was like, no, but thank you.
Wow. Okay, that's quite something. 4 years age difference. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, either their assumption is really wrong, or you look like really mature. It's either one. All right. Okay. Next question. Any funny or chaotic moments that happened during filming?
I think I would say one was once again on the set of Violet Willoughby. It was kind of fun and chaotic at the same time. We went on top of this like big mountain area, kind of like cliff, in the like falls area of Washington, and we had to stand at the top of one of the waterfalls. And I remember being so scared because like it was a long fall. Like I was shaking in my boots because I was like, no. But they did have us tied to little harnesses, so it was like fun, but also almost like scary and chaotic because it was like, oh, like I get to look over a cliff.
But if it's about Brad, you can talk about TikTok.
Oh, I can't talk about that. Okay, just talk about.
Sorry, I'm holding because with Brad, but
Yeah, I don't know what all I can talk about with Brad. So.
so tell them about your very first TikTok.
Oh yeah. So I was going on Brad, honestly, expecting, knowing that I was the youngest on there, being like, oh, like, I know they do TikToks all the time, but I don't know if I'll get to be in all of them. So, I was significantly younger. I think I had a 3-year age difference with the youngest person there. So I was quite a bit younger. But I remember doing my first talk on there and being so scared because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't do TikToks very often, and I'm doing them with like these huge influencers who literally like this is kind of what they do for like a living. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I remember I did it, and it was awful. It was really bad.
No.
And it was literally just like step forward and then you like step left and right and then back. I couldn't even do that. I don't know what I was doing. I literally just stood there and I was like, what is happening? And there was like one comment on it that was like, oh, I feel bad for the girl in the yellow shirt. And then I was like, I'm the girl in the yellow shirt. What is this? Is this like a hate comment? Is this just someone saying that they like? I was so confused and so convinced. I was like, I can't do a TikTok again. Like, I'm done.
So did you do a TikTok after that? Is my question.
I did, yeah. I did
Okay.
get more comfortable with it, and I did do more, but I was convinced that I was completely done, and like I was gonna cancel myself practically. I was like, no.
Cancel your TikTok.
Yeah,
Not
cancel
yourself.
my
Not yourself.
TikTok.
Okay.
Cancel my TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, look, anyone would be aroused if they're around people like, what was her name again? Amelia. She's got 1.2 million something on Insta. That's crazy. Who wouldn't be like aroused or scared or nervous around them? I feel like it's very relatable because I once met this guy but named Nime. He's really big on no, not Nime. I met Yusuf. His name's Yusuf Bai. He's a big perfumer here in Dubai. He's got a shop near my place, man. But yeah, so I've met him there. He has 3 million on Insta. I think 3 million. So I met him there, and the vibe there is just crazy, and the presence that comes out of that guy is crazy too. So being around people like that, yes, it does definitely get you nervous big time. So it's very relatable for anyone for that matter. So yeah, big respect with that. And it was kind of cool for you to still continue TikToks after that. I mean, look, it's just a comment that's not going to change anything, but that's very courageous to still continue TikToks after that. That's really cool. Okay, so can I ask about your experiences with co-stars on that, or is that not allowed?
I think maybe I can share some. I don't think I can share necessarily. I think I can wiggle around it.
So, how was your experience with Kato Lee Roberts?
I mean, he's got such a great energy, and I remember getting there, and he just comes in running, and he's like, "I reached the 6 foot mark, you guys. I'm 6 feet tall," and he just went and had to hit the top of the door frame, and I just remember being like, "Oh, you have a lot of energy, but this is awesome. I love this."
So, okay, how was your experience on set with Sydney Talia?
Sydney, oh my goodness. She is literally so sweet. And I got there and I was practically crying because I'm such big fans of these people. And she immediately hugged me and she's like, "Oh my gosh," because I told her I was practically crying on the table read that we did. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so sweet, I love you." And I was like, "I love you," goodness. But yeah, she was so sweet.
I mean, Sydney's known to make really good friends, She's friends with almost everyone on set. I mean, I don't know for sure, I've never been on set, I wish. But, I feel like through her social media, you can just say that she's got a lot of presence and she's very open to making new friends, I guess. I'm just assuming. I mean, you're the fact checker, I'm just assuming, so. Yeah. What about your experience with Natalie Kopian?
She was also so insanely sweet.
Okay.
She showed up a little later, right? She was it was
Not in the same first scenes.
Yeah, she wasn't in the same first scenes, but she showed up later and she was immediately like, "Oh wait, I think I recognize you from the Zoom," because I of course we did a little table read at the beginning, so I immediately we all started talking together, and everyone was just so welcoming and so sweet, and Natalie and Sydney and Kato all became such older siblings for me.
Okay, that does sound fun. Okay, I feel like there's no one person who's a teenager who wouldn't wish to be on the set of Brad, bro. That's genuinely a blessing to be on that set. That's actually crazy. It's cool how far you've gone. Actually, you went from what were your starting point? That pool thing to that. That's.
I think that was my second thing ever. Yeah.
What was your first thing then?
It was literally, I had no lines whatsoever. I think I put my head up, was frowning, and then sat my head down on the table, and it was for Murder Made Me Famous.
Okay. Alright, that does sound fun. Okay, we're gonna move on to the craft and growth sector of the podcast. Which, you know what? We'll do that actually later. Van, let's go for the rapid fire. The most awaited part of the podcast. Let's go for the rapid fire. Come on, man.
Yes, of course.
Make it
One
quick,
second,
make it
let me
quick.
Okay. What's your favorite comfort movie?
Ooh, probably, it's really cheesy, but The Kissing Booth.
What's your go-to snack on set?
Ooh, I like muffins. Muffins are like my go-to.
Coffee or energy drink?
Energy drink.
Monster, Red Bull.
Red Bull. For sure.
Morning or night owl?
Oh, night owl. For sure.
What songs do you overplay?
Who's playing? Probably City Weaver by McKenna Grace and like Please 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 by Sabrina Carpenter.
What's a weird talent you have?
Crocheting.
Things you can't live without.
My phone. Yeah.
Okay, what are roles you would never play?
Roles I never play. I mean anything with too mature content, like too much and mature content.
What are the traits you value most in people?
Anyone who's kind and cares for other people's feelings, really.
Yeah. What's the biggest insecurity early on?
I would say just I am such a perfectionist, so my biggest insecurity is probably just worrying what other people think.
Have you ever felt burnt out? Have you ever felt burnt out, and can you give a moment you can remember?
Burnt out. Burnt out. I would say there are just sometimes that I am on set for a very long time, and when it does get into the late hours, I just do get very tired and burnt out because I'm like, I do have such emotional, I feel like, responsibilities on set. So when I'm still having to do those and it's so late at night, I'm like they start connecting too much. So like I get so tired and I get emotional. But I mean, it makes it easier, but it makes it harder on as well.
What is a prop you accidentally broke?
How I accidentally broke. I don't think I've ever broken anything actually.
What's the worst weather you have ever filmed in?
Ooh, there was one time that it was like 50 degrees outside and they had to make it look like it was raining, so they put a hose over me. And it was so cold. But it was definitely a memorable experience.
Like that. Lines that you kept messing
50
up.
degrees is normal summer weather here. Sorry to interrupt you, man. But yeah, it's pretty hot out here.
Exactly.
It's normal summer weather here. You literally get fried in the summer here, dog. It just don't come here in the summer. Okay, it's a beautiful place. Don't come to once.
Okay.
Don't.
What are the lines you just kept messing up?
Lines I keep messing up. Honestly, not even necessarily long lines. It's the ones that constantly have like repeating words because the words just sound like nonsense. I think.
What is your favorite TV character you ever played?
I would probably say when I was on FBI Most Wanted and got to play a child who had been kidnapped.
What is one movie you wish you were in?
A movie? Ooh, I have some movies I love. I mean, honestly, like It Chapter 1 or It Chapter 2.
Big screen or streaming?
Honestly, probably streaming because then it's like I can tell my family and friends, hey, go watch it there.
What is a character that changed you?
Like playing or watching.
Both actually.
Oh, okay. I would say playing. honestly, FBI Most Wanted, because that was like the first big one that I had, big job. So it was just one that I was able to go on and be like, whoa, like I'm about to be on a streaming service. Like this is really cool, and it definitely changed my perspective on acting. And then I would say watching, honestly, it's kind of silly, but like probably Hermione Granger, because I like to take a lot from her because she's such a phenomenal actress, and be like, hey, like it gives me a lot of tips in my acting.
The rapid fire questions have finished. Thank you, JT. Please continue. Okay, question. How does it feel seeing audiences connect emotionally with your character?
I mean, I would say that's like a magical moment, because it's so much like, oh, that's so cool. Like I was able to convey those emotions to other people that I always see on TV. Like, because I'm such a crybaby, so I always cry like anytime other characters are crying. So it's really fun to be like, hey, I was that person now that is making other people emotional.
Have you ever had fans share stories about how your work affected them?
I have not yet. I've had friends be like, every now and then they'll text me and be like, oh my gosh, like you did so good. I loved your emotions and you made me tear up. But I haven't necessarily had just like really strangers. I've had like Instagram DMs of people saying, hey, can you sing happy birthday? But I haven't had like any people just share how they felt.
What's your most famous Instagram reel?
Most famous
Yeah, sure.
I might have to check. Can I check Instagram for this real quick? I actually have no clue. Hold on, let me look at this. Am I able to like sort it by popularity? No.
It's alright, you can check.
Any idea? Most popularities. Oh goodness, I'm like over here having to even try to figure out like how to check that. It maybe, is it the Brat one?
The Brad or the Harry Potter?
It's probably gonna be the Brat or the Harry Potter Lego reel. So it's just like
You know what?
footage of
Speaking of Lego, what's your favorite set?
more.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that.
Ooh, I got a few Christmases back. Oh, even this. This is one that I
Okay, wait,
have
just give me one. Yeah, go ahead, show it.
but I do
Show to the camera.
here with me.
Damn.
This is the Patronus butter. But my favorite is probably one that I got a few years back for Christmas. Which
Okay.
is the Diagon Alley set. So it's like the big recreation of it. So I really like that one, and it's displayed like. in
Okay,
my-
have you ever been to Legoland? Where to start from? Because that's even in your IMDb. I saw you really like building Legos in your IMDb too.
I mean, I fell
Okay.
in love with Harry Potter when I was like in the 2nd grade, and I was walking through like in
Okay.
Texas, a Nebraska furniture mart, and there was a 3-night bus like Lego set there, and I was like, you know what? I want to build this because like I love Harry Potter, so this is like my little like
Okay.
homage to it, I guess you could say. So I got it. My mom was like, if you want to start building Lego sets, my mom was like, I'm not helping you. Like you gotta figure this out. And I was like, okay. So I
Okay,
did.
that's pretty cool. Oh,
Now I
I've
have
got actually a Lego set of myself here. It's a Dodge. Yeah, I've had this for a while actually. I've built this about. Me and my brother built this, so it's pretty cool. You can even open the bumper and stuff. It's got really cool stuff. So yeah,
That's really
open the door. It's actually convertible. It's tops somewhere else. You can open the trunk too.
That's really
It's so sick. Yeah, you could.
nice. So you can
And
literally
it's got a working steering too. Of course, no promotion for Lego, but this is actually really cool, which is why I wanna go ahead and give a shout out to Lego for making this. This is so cool. You know what? Let's talk about your extracurriculars. What's your favorite thing apart from acting?
apart from acting, probably just like guitar.
I've got a guitar outside. I can't get it. have you got to the chords part yet, or are you still on a single string? This is kind of a. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I've gotten to the chords. I constantly am like playing along to songs and singing along as well. Just
Okay. That's pretty cool.
in my room for like hours.
So, what are you more of an acoustic person or a electric person?
I have done acoustic for longer, but I just got an electric guitar for Christmas, so I'm slowly working on that. It's just building it up because
Yeah,
electric is more of
riffs are really hard, especially for me. I'm not very experienced with riffs, but of course, if you get the hang of it, it's really cool to learn guitar. What about other instruments? Have you done any other instruments?
I do play piano a little bit. I used to play really well, but I've gotten a little rusty, so I really only play chords now, sadly.
All right, that sounds cool. I used to play the piano too, but again, it was beginner thing, and then I just left. I don't know why. But I'm doing guitar now. It's pretty nice, I would say. And it's really soothing because it's kind of like a coping thing, right? If you feel down or something, just play guitar, chill out. Actually, me and Van are learning the guitar together, so he's got 2 guitars at his place. So whenever I go to his place, I always play his guitar. So it's really cool because you both learn together and kind of helps you get to know more from each other. So yeah, it does help out a lot. So yeah, do you have any like inspiration other than McKenna Grace? Of course, she's your favorite by far. But do you have any inspiration for any other stuff that you do? For example, if you do baseball, maybe I don't know. If you do football, maybe Tom Brady's your inspiration, something like that. Sports person inspiration.
Oh goodness. I mean, I do tennis a little and ice skating, but I don't really. I haven't really gotten to the point to where I really I watch other people like play,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I want to play like you one day, or I want to skate like you one day. But I don't necessarily look up to like big celebrities yet because I'm just not quite as
Okay.
into it as I am with acting music yet. Yeah.
So, what other stuff do you do? You do music, you do acting. What other stuff do you do? You do Lego. What else?
I crochet a little. I had a little thing in there for a while. I don't know where it went. It was like a little.
Okay.
It's somewhere around this house. And then
Okay.
like I said a minute ago, I play tennis a little.
That's not a problem. It's okay.
But and then I can and then I can ice skate pretty well. I went to an open skate the other day after having taken a break for a few months, but I luckily still got everything down. So that's like the one sport I can actually do.
So, okay, wait. I'm checking IMDb again. So, she loves scary movies, theme parks, Italian food. What's your favorite Italian food?
Ooh, I mean, Olive Garden breadsticks.
I'm in Dubai. I'm not shy Olive Garden, but I bet the breadsticks are good because I've seen them everywhere. So I got every Instagram reel I see, the guy has tried breadsticks. That guy or the person in general, they've tried breadsticks. So that's really cool. So you've got 2 Australian shepherds, Jarvis. It's Jarvis.
Yeah. I could not carry Jarvis to show you him. He's a little. He's supposed to
Chubby
be
dog.
light, but he's not. So he's probably.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably eating again somewhere. Eating food. He's really bad about getting in there.
Okay. Do you want to cut the Jarvis part out, or should I keep it? All right. Sure. But I know because you kind of.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually a great session with you. It was really cool to have you on. All right. So we're gonna start with the ending statement, and we'll give you a shout out. We're gonna ask you where we can follow you, Insta, if you got YouTube, TikTok for sure. All right. So Aria, it was great having you on Stakeout Podcast. Really good guest of ours, and we hope to have you on as co-host for many more podcasts. So, would you like to say something? Maybe how to finish off the podcast, maybe a quote or something inspirational for the audience.
and
right.
going for your dreams.
Well, that definitely inspired me too. That sounds great. All right, it was great having you on, Aria. Happy New Year to the guys at home. I think Happy New Year to you, Aria, too. So yeah, it was great talking to you, Aria, and I will see you maybe later. All right, peace.